of Doug Benoit rounds out the field. Green flag is out. 25 laps the distance. And as they come off of turn number 2, Sylvia sets the pace down into 3, and they're 3 wide. Back for 7th.
It's going to be Almeida all over the back quarter panel of Sylvia. He's going to try to push, but it's Sylvia down into 1 and 2 with the lead.
Off the corner they come, and Sylvia sets the pace. Here comes Pianka taking a look to the outside. They hit 3 and 4. Off the corner, Almeida down to the inside of Sylvia as Pettey tries to hang on at the top. Almeida down on the inside off of 2.
It's an absolute hornet's nest back there for position 5. You've got Marku, Perry, all of them battling, and it's going to be Perry taking that advantage down into 1 and 2. Almeida battles for the lead with Sylvia.
Tyler Almeida trying to wing to get in as they hit turn 3. Sylvia works the outside as they hit 3 and 4. Pianka right there takes a peek down to the inside. Almeida shuts the door but loses some momentum. Here comes Pianka down low, kicking it back open, while Steve Axon looks 3 wide momentarily, settles it back behind, and Lineham down to the bottom of Axon.
What an incredible action up front here as that 16 Sylvia continues to lead from Middletown, Rhode Island, but here comes Craig Pianka.
Pianka down on the inside as they hit turn number 3 and gets a great drive off the corner. Sideways off of 4. Sylvia maintains the top spot that time at the stripe. Pianka back to 2nd. Here comes Lineham right up on the tail, down the back straightaway.
You've got Lineham there. Baxter is coming as well. It's a battle for the lead up front. Craig Pianka to the point. He leads. Ryan Lineham comes 2nd. And on the outside right now, that 16 car of Jim Sylvia continues to battle for 3rd, and Baxter is there in 4th as he is battling. We've got a yellow on the speedway.
Tim Watson trying to make it back to the pit area, and the car comes to a halt just at the entrance, and we are slowed up for the first time with 7 laps complete. Cam Balmain heads pit side, and the car... Bristol Toyota pace truck down in the center of the infield. We're ready to go green off of turn number 4. Pianka, your pole sitter. Sylvia up top. Green flag is out. We're back underway. And down into 1. Sylvia way up high. Trouble. Almeida gets tagged. Goes around. Everybody squeezes on by. But a heartbreaker for Tyler Almeida. Running tight. And coming off of turn number 2, somebody behind him got just a little bit stronger, and we are slowed up. Off the corner they come. Green flag unfurls. We're back underway. And as they head down into turn 1, Pianka gets the jump. Look at the 19 of Lineham and the 0 of Baxter all over the top too. But as they come off the corner, Sylvia slides way up the racetrack, gathers it in, and they still say double wide for the top 4.
Yeah, both the front rows here are double wide. Pianka and Sylvia and Flying Ryan right there battling with Baxter as they start to thin out and line up behind them. It's going to be 3 wide down into turn 1.
Baxter trying to thread the needle and squeezes between Pianka and Sylvia. Lineham can't get a run down to the inside. Pianka gets sideways, slides up. Here comes Lineham back down to the inside. They're 3 wide for 2nd, but it's Chad Baxter setting the pace off at turn number 2.
Baxter to the lead, 3 wide for 2nd down the backstretch and into 3 and 4. Pianka, Flying Ryan, and Sylvia's in the wall.
Sylvia bounces off the car underneath them, bounces off the wall, and plays a little billiards down the front straightaway. Randy Moretti getting involved, and another car as well. And we are set up for some contact here on lap number 11. And as they came off at turn 4, this back end of the 16 of Sylvia started to slide out from underneath them. He gathered it back in, but when he did, it caught, bounced off the wall. When he came back down, the 25 of Kohler and the 5 of Moretti were right there, made contact with both of those, and maybe another car or 2 behind them for some hockey.
Down at the amp. Should be a fun time.
Field is set, 11 laps complete, 14 remain. Baxter and Lineham jump up on the throttle. Green flag is out. We're back underway. And as they head down into turn number 1, here comes Pianka trying to repay the favor, going 3 low, but Baxter shuts the door. Down into 3, Lineham up on the outside, looking for the edge as Marku gets sideways off of turn number 4. A 360, throws it back into gear, but can't get the car rolling, and we go yellow one more time. And as they head down the back straightaway, Baxter looking for the advantage up on the outside.
He's going to get it into 3 and 4, out by a nose, but here comes Ryan Lineham back, but not enough. It's Baxter out front here, down into turn 1 and 2.
Off the corner they come, and Chad Baxter puts the blue and yellow forward at the top of the leaderboard, down into turn number 3, throws it in hard and wide, drifts up the racetrack. Lineham takes a look down low. Pianka and Axon racing side by side. Behind them, you've got the 25 of Kohler, the 95 of Healy racing side by side for 5th and 6th.
And Baxter is going to take the upstairs there as Ryan Lineham tries to get down below and get the lead on the low line. Can't do it. Baxter out front down the backstretch.
Lineham working that inside lane through 3 and 4. Baxter again throws it in hard wide. Some smoke coming out of the 95 of Healy as he brings that pit stop performance pit side, and a heartbreaker after having such a great run early on. Down the backstretch they go. Baxter with a half a car length. Throws it in wide through 3 and 4. Lineham back down to the inside, but again, Baxter holds him off.
Steve Axon has taken over position number 3 from Craig Pianka. Pianka there in the 4 car runs 4th. The battle continues to be up front between Lineham and Baxter. Baxter out front, Lineham knocking on the door as they go off of 2 down the backstretch.
Nose to tail down into turn number 3. Axon sits 3rd, battle for 4th. Here comes the 57 of Adam Pettey down underneath the 4 of Pianka as they race side by side. Behind them, Rob Kohler, Greg Perry up into the 7th spot as they roll down the back straightaway. 5 laps to go this time. Baxter gets loose. Lineham down to the inside one more time, down into 1.
Lineham gets a fender to the back quarter of Baxter. He's going to try to make a move down the backstretch. Not quite enough. Baxter still out front in 3 and 4, but here comes Lineham on the low side.
Lineham again with a run down to the inside, but not enough as they head down into turn number 1, down the backstretch. And Baxter continues his half a car length advantage down into turn number 3. 22 laps up on the board. They're wheel to wheel at the top of the field. They roll across the stripe. Baxter has the advantage. As they come off of turn number 2, they are still wheel to wheel, door handle to door handle. Baxter with the advantage off of 4 with 2 to go.
2 to go, and it's neck and neck. Lineham and Baxter at the front of the field. Steve Axon sits in the catbird seat should anything happen in the front 2. Down the back stretch, Baxter has the advantage into 3 and 4. Here comes Lineham.
One more time around the 3rd mile, and it's all out from here. The teammates racing at the front. Baxter up on the outside. Lineham down low. Into 3 and 4 they go. Lineham gets a little crossed up. Baxter tries to shut the door. Throws it wide off the corner. Lineham back down to the inside. Not going to be enough, and Baxter will pick up the win. 2nd place will go to Lineham with the 0-4 of Axon 3rd, the 57 of Pettey 4th, and Craig Pianka will round out the top 5. Teammates racing side by side for the last half of this race, swapping the lead back and forth. And Chad Baxter makes it 2 in a row in 2023. And I'll tell you what, when he gets hot, he is tough to beat. We'll talk to him in just a minute as he completes his 2nd victory lap in a row. Ryan Lineham in for 2nd. Steve Axon rounding out the podium here tonight as he gets ready and climbs out of the car. How about a round of applause for tonight's Helger South Coast Power Equipment Sportsman feature winner, Chad Baxter. Chad, what a run. You and Ryan back and forth side by side for all those laps.
Yeah, that was a good run. We had a good battle too. Glad I got the outside because we weren't really great about him.
Yeah, it showed earlier you was able to edge you up, but once you got the outside, even when he was under you, you were able to hold him off. And you and I talked earlier, and you said it all depends on how she goes. So far, she's good.
So far, she's doing good.
Well, it's got to feel real good. 2 in a row. We're at the point now where it's all going to count for all the marbles. You got to be real confident going into this.
Yeah, this is, I don't know, we were confident last year, and it came down to the last corner, so you can't count your hats just yet, though.
Nope, not at all, but I know you got some people you want to thank.
I got to thank Richard and Emily Sprague, ROS Performance, Nat Chevatone, for Ryan Recovery, Ryan, Zach, we got Larry, Chris, and everybody else that helps out that I forgot. And
well, one question I've got before we bring in for the photos, that move you made to get the lead, you saw almost enough room to squeeze in between the 16 and the 4. What was going through your mind?
At that point, we had to go.
Well, congratulations, it worked. Back in victory lane, second. And Ryan, a good run. You and Chad looked like you guys were having a lot of fun out there, but also showing you each other what you had.
Yeah, that was fun. Chad's car was on point. The outside was a little better, so it was a good battle. I didn't want to give Richard Sprague a heart attack because I know how he gets when we race each other, but it was good, clean fun. Chad's a great racer and a champion, and he deserves the win. He works hard at the shop, too. Him and Zach on that car with Richard, and another champion over here, Steve. It's a pleasure racing with these guys, and we all go into playoffs. It'll be fun.
You got to feel real confident going into the final 4 weeks.
Yeah, a good group of guys to race against, which makes it good, and we have a good team, so no expectations. Just have fun, and, you know, whatever. It is what it is, right? No more pressure at this stage.
Of course not. Just the championship on the line. I know you got some people you want to thank.
Yeah, Richard Sprague, Emily Sprague, ROS Performance, and all the crew guys, my father. You know, it's a good team effort, and on to next week.
Congratulations on finishing third tonight, Steve Axon. Steve, it looked like at one point you were able to stay with him and you had a run for him, but as those laps kept winding down, you lost a little bit of ground to them.
Yeah, we made a last-minute adjustment. We took a little more sway bar out of it, and we figured that was going to help. As soon as we turned the first lap, I was like, oh, man, we're losing a lot of bite with that. But we were able to get a third-place finish, so, you know, it's all about the crew, man. They got us here, and without them, this wouldn't be possible. So thanks to the crew. Everybody, we know not to take this much sway bar out of it because it looked like a lot of fun, and I'd like to be up there bumping with them, but just a couple car lengths too short.
It's the first time in a while you've raced all year long. How does it feel going into the playoffs?
I can tell you the grass in Maine at my cabin is very tall. So every time I get up there, I got to cut the grass, and next time it's going to be really tall. But usually we go to Maine. I said I'd never run a full season, but, you know, we love racing. I've always said all my drinking buddies have a racing problem, so that's why we're here, and hopefully next week we'll put on a little better of a show and be right there with them guys.
Next week you can go cut your grass. We got the thrill show.
Excellent. You know what? We have tractor problems up there, so we'll be working on the tractor.
Congratulations for your third place finish. How about a round of applause for you?